Hi, my name is Art and I'm with Complete Website Creations. And so I just wanted to take a couple minutes and point out what I think is makes a good website. So let's take a look. Here's a sample site that we've created for an accounting firm, Smith CPA. And there are a few things right off the bat that a business should have right up front so that everyone sees in a matter of seconds the most important stuff. And the first thing is, what do you do? First is, if they're looking for tax services, they want to know right away that they've landed on the right site. So put your most important feature right in the center. They also want to know your business name if you're a business. If you're not a business, if you're like a private person putting together an affiliate site, it's a different story. But for a business, you have to have your business right there in the front. And the top left is actually the most optimal place for it because that is the very first thing that people look at. Speaking of that, here's your phone number right off the bat. People don't have to look for it. If they look for something, they'll leave and they'll go to a different site. Okay, now another thing that they should see right away is how can they get in touch with you. And in this sample, we have two ways. We have a contact us right here, and we have a book an appointment. If you're a business that could use something like an appointment setting feature, then you must have it because people would much rather do that online than make a phone call. These days, people have gotten used to texting and doing everything online, and they actually don't like to call because they don't like to have to wait for someone to answer the phone. Anyway, so a book appointment, let's take a look at that. So here's what it looks like. It tells them right off the bat, schedule an appointment. So they know they've come to the right page. And let's say they want to make one for the 21st. You can define your spaces. So let's say I'm a user and I want to come at 4 o'clock. I book my appointment. I enter my information. And I put my email address. Oops, my email address at hotmail.com. And I want to talk to either Luke or Susan. I'll choose Susan. And let's say we'll say tax audit. I book an appointment. And there it is. My appointment setter tells them now the appointment's unavailable for that time because I, as Art B, have already claimed that spot. Okay, so that's just a feature, but it's a feature that every business who takes appointments should have. And you'd be surprised how many do not have it. Okay, so let's take a couple more, let's take another look around. We have our social media presence. Anything that we belong to and we contribute to regularly, we should have prominently so that if they say, oh, I didn't know these guys were on Twitter, let's see what they have to say, that they can see it right away. Anyway, one more thing I'd like to point out is here is yet another way to contact Smith CPA. Now, since I'm doing this on a desktop, you really won't see it, but this is WhatsApp. And for American customers, it's probably not all that important because a lot of Americans don't use WhatsApp. But internationally, if you have an international business or you work, or let's say your CPA firm or your accounting firm is in Mexico, you would absolutely want to have this so that people could contact you through WhatsApp. And all they have to do is click here, a chat box opens, and they can start texting you through WhatsApp. Okay, so the next important thing is, and I can't stress this enough, is to show what you do as a business. Okay, because it could be that I might want a bookkeeping service, and I think, oh well, I'm not interested in tax, but let's see if what else they do. So anyway, computerized bookkeeping, business registration, tax services, and so these are 6 areas that this CPA firm excels in. I should have something about it right on the home page, easy to find, in a very clean, presentable manner. All right, next thing I want to stress is now that they know who we are, what we do, how they can get in touch with us, it never hurts to repeat the same thing or to give them an offer. So in this case, there's a first-time free consultation, and then I say, contact us. That drops down to a section of the website where they can say, my name Art B, my webmail at Hotmail, and then my message would be, please contact me. I would like a free consultation. And then they send it. Simple as pie. Okay, let's go back up here. So that's where we were. Here's more further stuff that we can do. Probably not our main goal, but you can elaborate other stuff that you do that you would sell or offer clients, etc. So this latest news section is if you do regular, you write articles, you have events, you sell products, something like that, that related to accounting, like maybe accounting software, you could put it in this section of your website. And this is just one presentation. I think it's a nice one. It looks clean, it's easy to understand, and it's appealing. Okay, if you have a newsletter, if you have a mail list that you want people to subscribe to, you could put it here. Now, the good thing about a website like this is that these sections are done by section. So this section is one section, this section is another section, and the good thing is, the easy thing is, you can change these sections around. So you might want to say that your newsletter should go up here, right after your main section. And if that's the case, it's easy to move that up there. But, that being said, I wouldn't wait to put your main business lines so that people don't have to look for it. Remember, if people have to work to find out information on your website, it's not a good website, no matter how pretty it is. Okay, finally we have the contact, which you've seen, and on the side you put the same thing. You put your address, your phone number. I'm not really sure that you should put your email because you have your contact form right here. I just put this here to show you that you can do it, but the reason I wouldn't do it is because a lot of people have scrapers where they find websites on the internet and they scrape any email format that they find and then they add them to their mail list, which is just essentially spam for you. You don't want people finding your email address and then spamming it. It's annoying. So I wouldn't recommend putting it. There may be cases where you do want that there. If you do, great, you can do it. But I wouldn't recommend it. Finally, you have your footer section, and this is where you, again, display your social media stuff. You have your copyright, and then you have a menu, which could be different. You might want to have, say, your terms and conditions or your privacy policy also down here. They need to be on your website, but they don't need a prominent place on the website. Okay, just a couple other things. It's good to have a services page or a products page or something that actually enumerates what it is you do. And in this case, for an accounting firm, they do tax compliance, and here are the subcategories of tax compliance. They do accounting. Here are the subcategories of the accounting that you do, or that they do. And here are anything else that you might have. Of course, you probably would want this to be clickable so that you could go to a page where you could see even more detail about it. Also, and this is very important, and sometimes I think this is good right here where it's on the services page, but I oftentimes would put it right on the home page underneath the main lines of business that you do. And these are testimonials, and so they serve as social proof. Okay, people love to see that other people have bought your services and their experience. Okay, and if you have some, you would absolutely want to have them on your website. Again, contact us. Remember, the main point of your website is to find customers and have customers make it easy for them to get in touch with you. Of course, the main goal is to sell your products or services. Anyway, that's just what I think is important in a website. Bye.